This is an ABC News special report. Now reporting, George Stephanopoulos.
And we are coming on the air right now because there has been a mass shooting at a community college in southern Oregon. It's at Umpqua Community College in Douglas County, Oregon. We want to go right away to the sheriff of Douglas County, John Hamlin, who's giving a press conference.
Well, typically I would say good afternoon. Obviously today here in southern Oregon is not a good afternoon. It's been a terrible day. I'll start off by explaining what happened at the Umpqua Community College this morning. At approximately 10:38 this morning, the Douglas County Emergency Communications Center received phone calls from the college reporting an active shooter in one of the classrooms at the college. Officers from around the county immediately responded to the college, and upon arriving there, they located the shooter in one of the buildings. Officers engaged that suspect. There was an exchange of gunfire. The shooter threat was neutralized, and officers continued to sweep the campus looking for other threats. We have confirmed that there is confirmed injuries and there are confirmed fatalities. And at this point, it is a very active scene. It's a very active investigation, and that is really all at this point that I am prepared to share or that I can share.
The Oregon Attorney General said 13 dead. Can you confirm that?
I cannot. I've heard varying numbers, and I don't want to report on a number that is inaccurate. I can tell you that we have got a tremendous amount of law enforcement help. I have the Oregon State Police assisting. We have all the local agencies, including the Roseburg Police, some of the other smaller municipalities, the Sheriff's Office, the FBI, the U.S. Marshal Service, a lot of support in this investigation.
Can you tell us anything about the shooter or what weapon was used?
At this point, I cannot. I can tell you the shooter was a male subject, and I have no further information beyond that.
Can you confirm if he's alive or dead?
The shooter is deceased.
Can we confirm how many wounded?
I'm sorry?
Can we confirm how many wounded?
I cannot at this time, no.
What is this like for your deputies in a community this size where everyone knows someone on the campus?
I'm sure it's very frightening for a lot of people that were responding. You're right, this is a small community. It's a community college, so a lot of our friends and family.
That is Sheriff John Hamlin there of
college.
Douglas County. As you just said, this situation all started to unfold about 10:38 Pacific time at Umpqua Community College earlier today, and police scanner traffic immediately captured what was happening on the scene. Listen in.
Copy, break 30 units. There's approximately 35 people in Snyder Hall right now in the classrooms, and we're still getting further.
30 Roseburg, 17 shots. Exchanging shots with him. He's in the classroom on it's going to be the southeast side of the hall.
Copy, Roseburg 17, exchanging gunshots right now with the male. He's in the classroom on the southeast side of Snyder Hall.
30 Roseburg 17, unconfirmed report that he's got a long gun.
Copy, Roseburg 17, unconfirmed report. He has a long gun, 1045.
Located next to the library, there are about 35 people in the hall piled in. The campus center is on lockdown.
Code 4, the suspect is down.
Copy, code 4, suspect is down.
The suspect is down. We've got multiple gunshot wounds. We're going to need multiple ambulances on scene.
Bay City has dispatched as many ambulances as possible to this incident. We have upwards of 20 victims.
All traffic pause unless emergencies. Request Bay City to respond with as many ambulances as they can, up to 20 victims.
I need any available support that can respond here. It appears at this time we might have 5 red advice. Mercy of a major medical with their system and notify other hospitals. Upwards of 20 victims, approximately 15 are deceased, and we're assessing triaging others at this time.
You heard that scanner report right there. Different reports coming in on the number of casualties. The state police have said 7 to 10 dead, up to 20 wounded. You just heard Sheriff Hanlon say the shooter is dead. And moments ago, I spoke with Amber Adams, a student who was nearby when this all began to unfold.
Getting ready to head to a class, talking with a family member, and call came over the radio that there was a shooter on campus. Shots were being fired. We heard shots and immediately took cover, went down, and heard just multiple shots going off, a lot of screaming, students hitting the ground. That's pretty much all, other than just the campus being swarmed with just screams and people going everywhere, people running for safety. A lot of people on the other side of campus didn't even know what was going on. People were still coming onto campus. And
what can you tell us about Snyder Hall? Is it all classrooms, relatively small building?
It is all classrooms. It's literature, psychology, writing.
So you know the room it happened in, room 16, you say?
Yes.
So it all happened in one classroom, as far as we know?
It started in one classroom and apparently was outside and around the outside of the corridor. I can't verify that because I didn't see all of that. I just know what happened in that direct vicinity from what went over the radio.
If you could estimate, how much time did this all take from the time you were sort of walking to your classroom to when you heard of this radio report to when it was all clear?
I would say about 6 minutes. I'm not even sure of that because when I left campus, it was about 5 till 11. And fortunately, we have the Oregon State Police not even a mile from campus, right outside off of I-5 from College Road. And I'm sure that they, besides security, had the immediate call and were there immediately and took the shooter down.
You say took the shooter.
Unfortunately, not before he did that much damage.
You say took the shooter down. So according to the information you had, and I know it's sketchy, they actually shot the shooter?
They did. It was confirmed over the school radios, and like I said, I'm not security or a campus employee, but that's what came over the radios right there in front of us, over the security radios with the staff that were with us students.
And do you, by any chance, do you know anything about the shooter, male, female, student?
I know nothing other than it was a male student.
That is Amber Adams right there. I'm here with Brad Garrett, former FBI profiler. What we do know right now, the shooter, a male, the shooter is dead. The shooter apparently had a long gun. He fits a profile.
Absolutely. I mean, you think about the number of shootings we've had in the last 5 or 6 years. It's been consistently white males, long guns, and they tend to shoot people in confined locations, movie theaters, classrooms, places where you have, unfortunately, large fatalities because people are so close and the firepower is so hot.
This all goes out in 5 to 6 minutes, according to Amber Adams, and we know now several dead, up to 20 wounded as well. And we were talking about this earlier. You say that generally these kinds of attacks pre-planned.
Almost every one of them, George, is pre-planned. I believe we'll probably find writings, maybe videotapes, maybe even statements that he was going to do this. Perhaps not today, but this is something you build up to because the power has to get to you, the time has to get to you. There's timing. Some event happened, some precipitated event that wouldn't bother probably anybody else, but it triggered him, and so he launched today.
Okay, Brad Garrett, thanks very much. Again, there has been a mass shooting in Southern Oregon, Umpqua Community College. Oregon State Police say 7 to 10 dead, up to 20 wounded. We're going to continue to track this much more tonight on World News with David Muir and Good Morning America tomorrow. We'll stay on top of it.
This has been a special report from ABC News.